lot of content creators making apple cider recently. So let's make a fresh apple cider from scratch. So I'm gonna start by taking 4 quarts of filtered water, and I'm going to add, and this is where a lot of these recipes will vary. I have a half a cup of white sugar. I have a little bit of my dark Moscato sugar in there, just a little bit, maybe like half a teaspoon. And then I have a tablespoon of ground cinnamon and a tablespoon of allspice. I'm just gonna add that into my water. And then I'm gonna take 6, and I said 6 cinnamon sticks, and I'm just gonna throw them in my water now. Maybe even I'll use one to stir up the my little concoction I have here. How many cinnamon sticks have I put in there? I think I put 2, so that's 4, 5, 6. Maybe I put more. You guys will know from the video. I'm gonna put all the instructions in the description. I haven't been doing that, but I'm gonna start. I've now got 10 apples. So I bought every apple at the grocery store. So I have a hodgepodge of them. I had 1 sugar bee apple, so I got 1 sugar bee. I have 5 sweet tangos, and then I have 4 pink lady apples. So I've just got like a collection of different ones and different tartness and sweetness levels. So I'm just gonna start by quartering these apples, and then I'm gonna cut out the core. This is also where it varies. I'm just gonna throw that into my water. So I'm saving dishes by going directly into the water. So this is where a lot of recipes will differ based on the apples, and then a lot won't cut the core out. Call me crazy. I'm not a fan of arsenic. Even though it probably wouldn't kill me, I like to avoid it. So I'm just gonna cut the seeds out, cut the core out. We're not gonna be eating these apples or anything, but I like to be safe. I'm gonna spare you guys now, and I'm not gonna show you guys the process of me cutting each and every one of these apples. So let's go ahead and cut to the stove where we get this on a stick. If you're anything like me, you might be looking at this and being like, wow, Jared, that's a lot of apples. And you have your 8-quart pot up to 7 quarts. That doesn't look safe. I have to now add, for legal reasons, a little note that says don't try this at home unless you have like a larger pot. I didn't realize it was going to be this much, but I have it on the stove. I have it on high heat right now, and I'm just trying to bring this up to a simmer. Okay. I'm just trying to bring it up to a simmer. It keeps making noises. Do you guys hear that? I hope you guys can hear that, because that's pretty cool. Just trying to bring it up to a simmer, and then once we get it up to a simmer, I'm going to lower the temperature and cover it for 2 hours, and hopefully it'll cook down a little bit. That is my hope, because this is a lot. I mean, it already looks good. Look at that nice color, but that's just really cinnamon allspice. But we're gonna get all that apple flavor. It's gonna be delicious. And make sure to say, no, I can't even make that joke. If I was gonna make a joke, I was gonna make a joke about saving the apple seeds for a side project, but I won't make that joke. I won't. But you guys should look into the Jonestown. I think it was Jonestown if you're interested in that joke. But I'm not making that joke. Hypothetically, not making the joke. If I was to make the joke, Jonestown would add context to it. But let's bring this up to a simmer, and then once we're in the middle of it, I'll kind of tag you guys in every so often just to show you how it's going. And then I will also show you what we do next after the 2 hours. So let's get to it. I've got it up to a simmer. I'm going to take my lid, and I'm going to put it on there. Hello. And I am going to simmer it for 2 hours. We are about halfway through the simmering period, and yeah, as you can see, it's coming together. I'm really interested to see if I might be able to make something out of this apple cinnamon mixture, because we're gonna strain the fluid out of this, but I feel like these apples could be put to great use in like a pie or something. So maybe I'll do something with that. If not, you guys try to knock yourselves out with it. But yeah, look at that. Look at that dark, that deep dark brown color. This is going to be delicious. We got another hour to go, so I'm going to let this ride, and I'll bring you guys along whenever it's time to strain it. All right. Y'all know what time it is. It's been 2 hours. You can see yourself right here. We're going to take the lid off. I've got the heat off now. And I am going to very carefully, using a spider, I am going to take the solids out of here before I strain it. So I'm just trying to make it a little easier on myself. Like, look at that. Okay, I need to get a bowl. I'm gonna get a bowl and put like a few of these in there and just see what it tastes like. And the rest of it I am just gonna dispose of because I suck. But we're just gonna very carefully trying to get all the liquid out of there. Get as much of these big chunks of the apple out as possible. And if you guys don't want to do this for like, I think I said that with my last recipe too. If you guys don't want to do this for your own, like for the apple cider, do it for like the smell of your apartment. Because this is phenomenal. This is what's so good about fall cooking, is because every time you do something like this, which I have a few more like items for fall coming up, your entire like apartment smells delicious, I guess is the word. I don't know if delicious is a way to describe a smell. It smells very good, very cinnamony. Yeah, we're making that a word. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. What are these? Look at this. That thing's massive. That rocks. That rocks. That cinnamon stick rocks. But I don't know if I'm going to keep any of this. Maybe I will. But look at that. That's incredible. Those cinnamon sticks are huge. But let's go ahead. Let's finish removing all of our apple chunks. We'll cut to my sink, where I've got a large bowl with a fine mesh strainer and some cheesecloth. So for this next part, I already know that there's probably going to be a large amount of people who are watching, who are actively rooting against me in this portion as I try to pour from my pot into this bowl. And this bowl is probably going to be too small, but we're going to slowly but surely try to do this without making a huge mess. It might work. This is going so much better than a lot of my other videos. I'm waiting for catastrophe to strike at any moment. Okay, that's good. Ooh, look at that. You got all of your sugar and all that. Maybe I'll strain that out a little bit. Okay, your cinnamon and sugar and your spices. Okay. Strain that out as much as possible. Make sure to place hot pots right on top of stone surfaces. Okay, that's good. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, all right. That is a very dark color. Okay, let's go over here. Look at that. That's apple cider. Now, I'm gonna pour myself a nice glass of apple cider, and we're gonna see how this is. You guys are gonna get a live taste test. A live taste test. Would you look at that? It's very warm. It's hot still. I don't know. Let me see. I have my bowl over here. It's very, very hot. If you can still see the steam rolling off of it. The apartment smells great. Let's go ahead and give this a taste test. I think my glass has cooled down a little bit. I put a cinnamon stick in there for pictures, but I've removed it now. It's a very strong cinnamon taste. It's good. It doesn't have like it's a lot smoother than your store-bought. I don't know what it is about store-bought apple cider, but it almost has like that punch. This is very smooth, it's sweet, it has a ton of cinnamon. So if you're not a big cinnamon fan, just throw the 6 cinnamon sticks in there and don't put the ground cinnamon in there is my recommendation. But honestly, that's really good. Look at that in the light. This is just fall. This is a really easy recipe. Try it out. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, don't let me know. Comment something nice. I don't want to hear negative. But comments are good, so comment. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all like this video. If you want to see more like this, let me know. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I know I say that almost every video, but then my friends will just text me instead of commenting it. It'd be helpful if you just commented. But thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time.